Good morning, dear hearts. Surprise! I popped in again. I know I was here yesterday. I don't want to get you all spoiled. But today we start review, our third review, which is monumental if you've not been through this before. And it's always a good reminder of how far we have come. Now, a lot of people I have heard in the past skip the reviews. They wait until we go into new lessons again. And if they do the review, they don't read the introduction. I've been sent messages about that very frequently over the past years that I've been doing this. But the introduction and the review itself is very important for several reasons. Most of all, it gives us a second chance. We get to go over these wonderful lessons that we've had another time. And even with that second time, they could go deeper. We could go deeper into our exploration of these ideas and our understanding of these ideas. So we review again starting today. The review set out that there will be 2 lessons each day. We do one in the morning, one in the evening, 5 minutes, preferably as soon as you get up, and the second one preferably right before you go to sleep. So as you rise your head off of that pillow, you do one. As you're ready to lay your head back down onto that pillow, you do the second one. So, and of course, then throughout the day, we want to remember these ideas. They are very important for our progress, and that's why we're doing this. We want to progress. Our next review begins today. We will review 2 recent lessons every day for 10 consecutive days of practicing. We will observe a special format for these practices that you are urged to follow as closely as you can. We understand, of course, it may be impossible for you to undertake what is suggested as optimal each day and every hour of the day, because yes, even though we're doing the 5 minutes in the morning and the evening, throughout the day we are to revisit at least the titles of the review lessons. But if you can't do that, it says learning will not be hampered when you miss a practice period because it's impossible at an appointed time. If you're in a meeting, if you are at a doctor's appointment, if you're at a luncheon or something that is business related or with your family and they need you in that moment, then no, your learning won't be lessened because you cannot do the lesson at that time. But it is different if we don't do the lesson because it's impossible, or we don't do the lesson because we don't want to. We don't want to. It tells us that, rituals are not the aim of this. That would defeat the goal. But if we're unwilling to devote the 5 minutes or the couple of moments each hour to review and remember a lesson, that's a whole different thing. Unwillingness can be most carefully concealed behind a cloak of situations you cannot control. Learn to distinguish situations that are poorly suited to you practicing from those that you establish to uphold a camouflage of your unwillingness. So as always, our willingness is the most important thing. Then it tells us, well, when you've changed your mind about the goal, then go back and do the practice. When you've changed your mind, you are unwilling to cooperate in practicing salvation only if it interferes with goals that you hold more dear. What is more important than my freedom, my salvation, my happiness? What could that possibly be? I go back to lesson 2, telling me that I've given everything all the meaning that it has for me. So what have I given a meaning that is greater than my eternal, continuing, forever joy, happiness, and peace? What could that be? Well, then we look at all of the replacements that we've made and realize they've given us nothing. So why would I hold on to them when I am being offered something that indeed will change everything? And so, but your practicing can offer, those things gave you nothing, but your practicing can offer everything to you. And so accept their offering and be at peace, be in peace. Again, the format is devote 5 minutes twice a day, and longer if you want, always. And then read the ideas, go over the little suggestions for each day's exercise, and then begin to think about them while letting your mind relate them to your needs, your seeming problems, and all your concerns. Place the ideas within your mind and let your mind use them as it chooses. Give your mind faith that it will use them wisely, being helped in its decisions by the one who gave the thoughts to you. Have some faith. Have some faith in this process. Have some faith in the wisdom that has been given to us and the wisdom that is already in your mind that will come to your assistance. I'm going to go down to paragraph 11 in the introduction right now. We'll go back up to 8 and 9. And the paragraph begins. So if we're shaken up, in our practicing, and something has come to disturb us that we have given our peace over to, the practice periods are planned to help you form the habit of applying what you learn each day to everything you do. Do not repeat the thought and lay it down. Its usefulness is limitless to you, and it is meant to serve you in all ways, all times, and places. If we go back to lesson 95, there's a wonderful line in there speaking to us again about practicing that says, you often fail to remember the short applications of the idea for the day, and you've not yet formed the habit of using the idea as an automatic response to temptation. An automatic response. That's what all of these lessons are doing. They're giving us foundation and strength for our spiritual muscle to build it up, that when there are temptations, when there are things that are disturbing to us, when there are things that are upsetting in any way and distracting in any way, we must learn to go to the lessons and repeat them. And even if it's not the lesson of the day, one of the other lessons that has spoken to you that gives you great comfort and you understand it, go to that lesson, say that lesson. They're all going to link in together. Remember that spiritual tapestry? They're all weaving it together. Going back to paragraph 7, it is the Holy Spirit's chosen means for your salvation, all of these lessons. And since it has his trust, his means must surely merit yours as well. We emphasize the benefits to you if you devote the first 5 minutes of the day to your reviews and also give the last 5 minutes of your waking day to them. If this cannot be done, at least try to divide them so you undertake one in the morning and one in the evening. The exercises to be done throughout the day are equally important, as we've just been speaking, and perhaps of even greater value. You have been inclined to practice only at appointed times and then go on your way to other things without applying what you've learned to them. As a result, you've gained little reinforcement. That's what we want to do now with this third review. Start to gain more reinforcement to our minds and to our lives so that we will easily and just naturally go to the lessons, to these thoughts, whenever there is a disturbance in the force. So each day's review assignments will conclude with a restatement of the thought to use each hour and the one to be applied on the half hour. Forget them not. This second chance with each of these ideas will bring such large advances that we come from these reviews with learning gains so great we will continue on more solid ground with firmer footsteps and with stronger faith. And then the introduction concludes with, do not forget how little you have learned. Do not forget how much you can learn now. And do not forget your Father's need of you as you review these thoughts he gave to you. So the two lessons for morning and evening. Miracles are seen in light. I cannot see in darkness. And let the light of holiness and truth light up my mind. And let me see the innocence within. I had paired this in the past to God is the light in which I see. Lesson 44. I cannot see in darkness, but miracles are seen in light. And when there is light within my mind, I will be able to recognize the miracles so much more. and I will see them because they will be surrounded in light. And I will remember that indeed miracles are natural and they are my birthright. The second lesson to review: miracles are seen in light, and light and strength are one. God is my strength. Vision is his gift. Lesson 42. I see through strength, the gift of God to me. My weakness is the dark. His gifts dispel by giving me his strength to take its place. God's light, God's strength, when I recognize, when I enfold them into my mind, my heart, my open hands, I will be able to use those miracles so much more. They are seen in light and they give me strength. I receive the strength of God through the light within my mind. I am becoming aware of God's love and his peace and his joy. My mind is lightened up with God's miracles. And that's it for today. So I will not be here tomorrow, but I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will more than likely be back for the next review. Maybe sooner. I don't know. Namaste. Oh, like, share, subscribe. I forgot to say that yesterday. Breathe, pray. We're praying for light to come to every mind, to all minds, not just ours, but to every mind. Let light come and dispel the darkness so that we all may be able to live in the joy and the love that God would have us be in. Namaste.